Yo, I actually feel like all of Opium is gonna be dropping. You know what I mean? Before tour. Like just imagine that. Like we've already had Destroy Lonely, drop of Looks Could Kill, 26 tracks, but I don't know, still in my opinion, just way too long. And then he dropped a director's cut pretty recently, like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and that was like a good project. Like the six added tracks were like no misses whatsoever. And I still think if Looks Could Kill were like split in half instead of those 26 tracks, it would be close to the album of the year. Like honestly, man. And then obviously Homicide Gang dropped Snot or Not earlier this year, and then like 2 months prior, they dropped Homicide Gang Lifestyle. And it looks like Homicide Gang is gonna be dropping Fifth Amendment. New tape dropping October 27th. And yeah, Ken Carson just dropped a Great Chaos, which literally had no misses on it whatsoever. Like probably close to my album of the year. So the only person we're really missing right now is Cardi. Like Cardi just needs to drop right before tour. I think they go on tour. I think it's November 19th. And they're gonna be going to Europe first, and then the second leg they're going to North America. So he could be dropping before November 19th, or in the second leg of tour when he goes to North America. And hopefully he actually comes to Vancouver this time. Because like last time he just did not come to Vancouver, and I just don't understand why. Because like I think he performed in Toronto. Like I do know he has, I think, a few gun cases, domestic violence situations, like where he put the beats on his pregnant girlfriend. So like I can understand why he couldn't come to Canada, but he did go to Toronto. He just didn't go to Vancouver. So hopefully this time he actually comes to Vancouver. But yeah, Homicide Gang dropping another project. That'll be like three projects in like just a year. So they're just absolutely flooding the market. And Snot or Not was definitely close to one of my favorite projects of the year. And this is a pretty hard cover, like you see in the eye right there. Like there's like, yeah, I guess five fives in the eye. Fifth Amendment face tattoo for the cover. That's pretty hard. But I don't know. I'm a little bit worried for their new project. Like I don't know which direction they're gonna go. I hope it's still the heavy rage shit. You know what I mean? Like off of Snot or Not and Homicide Lifestyle. They're at 1.1 million monthly listeners, so they're definitely putting the gas on the pedal to get the momentum going. As Ken Carson's like officially mainstream now, sold 45K first week. Destroy Lonely's mainstream, sold 29K, and obviously Cardi, you know, like the head honcho, sold over 100K when he dropped a whole lot of red 2 years ago. But Homicide Gang's most recent single, What Is It, produced by Pure Born, which is a really good gesture by Pure Born, because there was like rumors that Pure and Cardi were beefing, but maybe that's not true. I saw a video on it, so I'm like, man, are they beefing or what's going on? But obviously they're probably on good terms, as one of Cardi's label mates or signees gets a Pure Born beat. And I don't know, this track, What It Is, when I first heard it, I was just like, man, this is not it. Like where's the rage, where's the synths? And this kind of sounded like a typical street rap track, you know what I mean? And obviously Michi only had 20 seconds on the track, and Bino just hogged the whole track as he always does. Like, you know, like Bino's fire, you know what I mean? But like it would be a little bit more dope if both of them had a little bit more shine. Because Bino always does the hook, he does a verse, and then it's always Michi with a really short verse. But What It Is definitely grew on me, and I kind of accepted as like, man, if Homicide Gang wants to be more mainstream, they got to kind of go in the direction of, you know, just because like their audience should be more street listeners instead of more of a younger demographic of like the rage and opium type shit. So the more piano driven beat, definitely a good direction if you think about it for like sales wise. But how I like Homicide Gang is just like those heavy synths, rage shit, talking that street shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like it was a decent track. It was like 6 out of 10. Could have been a better single, but it looks like all of Opium could be actually dropping before tour. And this tour is gonna be disgustingly good, man. Like literally everyone's dropped except Cardi, so it's like it's looking like, because like the tweet I saw, someone was like, every member of Opium is dropping in October, and that's almost true. You know what I mean? Like Cardi is obviously not gonna be dropping the same night as Homicide Gang. That would just be ridiculous. But I do think Homicide Gang demographics should change a little bit instead of being the whole opium s. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand the direction they're going with their new single. I just hope the whole project isn't necessarily that sound, if you know what I mean. Like I said, but yeah, man, I do hope Michi starts on a few songs. You know what I mean?